Hello everyone and my dear subscribers. So I've been playing the game on NA East on a Xena server and I've been having a blast so far. I sort of felt like a fresh player playing the game for the first time. And I myself started wondering which engravings to use for my Deathblade. Because just recently I went into Virtus, the mammal sea creature, and it took me about 3 hard tries with elemental potions to clear it. My gear score was just slightly above the entry level, but I was still taking pretty hard hits. And I started thinking, if new players are using Grudge engraving, supposedly the most popular engraving, from the very start, from the very beginning, I think they might end up quitting the game. New servers are going to take harder hits than what you've been seeing in KR streams or content because people have low roster level and the vitality potions aren't farmed yet. With that in mind, I'm going to suggest 2 to 3 engravings you can use for each class that's out so far besides the class engraving. Now, all DPS classes can go with Grudge, as it is the engraving which gives most damage, but only use them if you're confident to not get hit, or if you're experienced, or if you're a gun lancer. I'm just not going to include them in the list unless otherwise mentioned, and Grudge can be replaced with the engravings I'm about to list. Let's get right to it. Starting with Combat Readiness Gun Lancer, Barricade, Stabilize Status, Grudge, Lone Knight Gun Lancer, Supercharge, Master Brawler, Adrenaline, Mayhem Berserker, Master's Tenacity, Raid Captain, Adrenaline, Berserker Technique, Curse Doll, Keen Blunt, Raid Captain, Paladin, Blessed Aura, Awakening, Expert, Surge Deathblade, Ambush Master, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Remaining Energy Blade, Supercharge, Ambush Master, Adrenaline, Suppression Shadow Hunter, Keen Blunt, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Demonic Impulse Shadow Hunter, Hitmaster, Raid Captain, Keen Blunt, Reflux Sorceress, Hitmaster, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, and All-Out Attack if you want to use the casting, Igniter Sorceress, All-Out Attack, Hitmaster, Precision Dagger, Bard, Desperate Salvation, Awakening, Heavy Armor or Expert, Esoteric War Dancer, Curse Doll, Raid Captain, Keen Blunt, First Intention War Dancer, Curse Doll, Raid Captain, Keen Blunt, Robust Spirit Soul Fist, Curse Doll, Adrenaline, Precision Dagger, Energy Overflow Soul Fist, Curse Doll, Adrenaline, Raid Captain, Taijutsu Scrapper, Ambush Master, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Shock Training Scrapper, Ambush Master, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Deathblow Striker, Ambush Master, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Esoteric Striker, Ambush Master, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Artillerist Firepower Enhancement, Hitmaster, Keen Blunt, Curse Doll, and Barrage Enhancement because no one uses the Barrage Enhancement build by itself, Enhanced Weapon Deadeye, Ambush Master, Adrenaline, Keen Blunt, Pistolier, Deadeye, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Grudge, Deathstrike Sharpshooter, Hitmaster, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Loyal Companion Sharpshooter, Hitmaster, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Peacemaker Gunslinger, Hitmaster, Adrenaline, Curse Doll, Hunting Time Gunslinger, Hitmaster, Keen Blunt, Curse Doll. Now, all of the DPS related engravings I mentioned can be replaced or added with Grudge at your own judgment. It is one of the most high rewarding in terms of DPS, but it also takes the most from you as you will take 20% more damage. In KR, Grudge is the first engraving you will take as a DPS class, but the game has been out for 3 years and the users are more experienced. However, since the West servers are new and people don't have as much vitality boost from roster level as well as vitality potions, and people are more likely to take more hits, I have a feeling that 20% additional damage taken is a huge penalty. Plus, the game is going to progress really fast in terms of endgame content releases, so there is very small window of time to learn the combat system and whatnot. I can promise you, Argos, the end content which is going to release in about a month, is going to hurt like a... So my personal opinion, I suggest the engravings with no penalty until you become confident and experienced with your character. On the other hand, I do have a feeling there's going to be pub parties accepting DPS classes with grudge only. If this does happen, you can't blame them because they are willing to take more healing potions and to take more risk, and of course they would want to take the similar style of players. Now, there will come a time where grudge will be an absolute necessity. I think that starts with Kakul Seidon Legion Raid, where 5 level 3 DPS engravings are a must for the DPS check. Unless they decide to nerf the raid. Before ending the video, I would like to make a few comments about some of the engravings I mentioned above because some of them need further explanation. Keen Blunt, this engraving must be used at level 3 or it won't be very effective. Also, it's recommended for classes with multiple hits and high critical rate. Your crit rate and Trixion needs to be above 70% for it to be as effective as another DPS engraving like the Curse Doll. Raid Captain, you would need high swiftness or movement speed buff in order for this engraving to be effective. Adrenaline is a good engraving because it has no penalty, it only has conditions, and because people don't have as much crit stats until they start farming from the Legion raids. And before I finish my video, here is a good example of engraving setup and a bad example of engraving setup. That ends this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. Stop diving in, please. My gauge, my burst gauge. Yes! Oh! Finally! Yes!